Okay, so my pranams to all Atma Jyotis, divine light of self. Today is Nagara Panchami. Every festival in India, for that matter, every spiritual, every story associated with this Purana has three levels of meaning: physical, metaphysical, and spiritual. Okay, so let us understand the physical meaning of Naga Panchami. Physical meaning of Naga Panchami is that we are living in the physical world and as a body mind complex. We have to have a relationship with every part of existence. Everything is connected and related. So the snake is the deadliest aspect of creation. If it bites, people will die. Even that deadliest aspect of creation, you should have respect. Okay, you should not harm it. You should not kill it. If you destroy any aspect of creation, ultimately you destroy yourself. When the snakes are destroyed, the rats population increases. Okay, rats population, the rats will destroy your food grains. Every aspect of creation requires its own, we need to give respect. That is the primary meaning of Nagara Panchami at the physical level. Don't harm any creation. Okay, serpents may be harmful, but as long as you don't disturb them or they don't disturb you, respect them. Then you put milk to the snake. Does snake drink milk? Snake doesn't drink milk. The milk is actually, you are offering the milk as saying, I am offering my good heart, good wishes, or I am feeling my connectedness. So there's a white flag, right? White flag in a military. What is that? Peace. So the white symbolizes the peace and love. You are saying my peace and love and connection I am showing through milk. Otherwise, snake doesn't take milk. Symbolic in nature. Okay. Don't harm snakes wherever possible, because that's a part of creation. Not only this doesn't apply to snake only, it all applies to all living beings in creation. So that's why our ancestors said, respect all living beings. And as an example, they took the snake as representation. This is the physical level. The metaphysical level, actually metaphysical is what is beyond our physical existence, what we call as God and divine beings. Metaphysical level, the Shiva has a snake as a garment. Ganesha has a snake tying to this thing. Narayana sleeps on snake. Okay, the snake represents different things in mythology. They are symbolic in nature. The snake represents in Shiva's neck the Kundalini or awareness. Why the snake represents awareness? Because the snake looks at things very sharply. Alertness. Okay, so that is one symbol of Kundalini. Second symbol of a snake is vasanas and impressions. Our impressions are like snakes. Doctors has told you not to eat sugar because you are diabetes, but impressions will rise. They rise like snake. That's why snake is also representing impressions. That's why Narayana sleeps on snake. What is the name of this Narayana snake? Shesha. Shesha means remaining. Adi Shesha means remaining in the beginning of creation. Okay, what is remaining in the beginning of creation? All past impressions of the past creation are remaining at the beginning of the creation. They rise like 1,000 hooded snakes. Impressions will rise. That's why the next creation takes place. All your karmic impressions, it's a storehouse. So it goes into Adishesha. So next creation they will rise. Again, whatever karma you create, it goes back into Adishesha. Next creation it rises. Impressions. Okay. So snake is also representative of impressions, individual level at the universal level. right? This second symbology. Now comes, so we are respecting that universal symbol Adishesha, universal serpent, Vasuki, and different living beings through this puja. At the physical level, we respect for human beings, respect for living beings. At the metaphysical level, the divine beings who are responsible for creation. At the spiritual level, actually, which is important for us, the snake represents the Kundalini energy in us. The Kundalini energy in us. So today is Naga Panchami. Okay, Panchami means 5. Our body is made up of 5 elements: Akasha, Vayu, Agni, Jala, Prithvi. The space, the air, the fire, water, and earth. Our body is made up of that, right? So in that body, the energy is dormant at the base of the spine. Okay, so the energy is represented as snake. There is no snake there. There's no snake at the bottom base of the spine, and it is represented as a serpent called 3.5 rounds. 3.5 rounds. 3 rounds represent Sattva-guna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna. Half round represents beyond these 3 gunas, Trigunatita. So that is Kundalini at the base of the spine. It is shown as sleeping because that energy can wake up also. Like a serpent, it can wake up. Okay, please don't confuse with the serpent. Serpent is only symbology. In mythology, most of the symbolism is used for us to communicate some truth. So don't confuse that with the actual. There's no serpent which will rise. The energy will move. And earlier days, they didn't have a word called spring action. Okay, now if they had a word, they had this thing object called spring, they would have this, like a spring, it will move. Now they had symbology which is closest to us, their nature. They said serpent, like a serpent, energy moves us at the base of the spine. Okay, the 3.5 rounds also indicates waking state, dreaming state, deep sleep state, Jagrata, Swapna, Sushupti, and half represents Turiya, Samadhi state. Okay, so this is the energy which is there. Now this energy is dormant in all of us. What is the meaning of dormant? Sleeping. Sushupta. So why it is dormant? Because the energy is the energy of awareness. So we are unaware. That's why sleeping. What we are unaware? We are not aware of our Atma or Chaitanya. Awareness of ourself. So when the energy wakes up, so you become more and more self-aware. Now you are not self-aware, you are aware of your identity. Okay, self-awareness and identity, they are different. Identity is I am a body, I am a man, I am a woman. Self-awareness, I am consciousness. That self-awareness starts increasing. And don't get confused by a lot of literature on the words about this experience, that experience about Kundalini. None of them are important. Kundalini is about awareness. Greater and greater degree of awareness is Kundalini. Don't go after experiences. Okay, experience may happen on the way, but they are not important. No experience in spiritual path is important. It can motivate you, it can energize you, but don't crave for the experience. Don't look for the experience. If something happens, well and good. But main reality of Kundalini is awareness. That's why it is given represented in the form of serpent. Okay, so Pancha, the Panchami, because it is lying dormant in a body mind complex of 5 elements. Then also there is a mythological story, Sri Krishna dancing on Kalinga Sarpa. Have you heard of that? Kalinga Sarpa. Kalinga Sarpa. So that river is called Yamuna Nadi. Okay. In scriptures, there are 3 rivers: Ganga, Yamuna, and Saraswati. So our ancestors used what is inner terminology with the outer and outer with the inner. Inner examples they give the outer, outer examples they give with the inner. Okay. So Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati represents the nadis in our body. Ida, Pingala, Sushumna. Saraswati is Sushumna. Okay. The Kalinga dancing. Kalinga is a ferocious serpent. So that is in Yamuna river, which is actually one of the nadis. Ida, Pingala, Sushumna, Pingala. Yamuna represents the Pingala. So that is forceful. The energy rising, it creates a disturbance within and without. Okay. When the energy rises in the Sushumna, it rises to Sahasrara, and Sri Krishna dances on that serpent. That's called Kaliya Mardana. So that dance represents the awakening of Kundalini energy. So this is the symbolism of the mythology. Okay. So today, being Naga Panchami, we'll start with the Mulavarchika. Any questions?
Why the snake is on the neck of the ship? And why for Ganapati it is on the navel? And why Subramanya it is in the hand? And why it is with the Garuda when Lakshmi Narayana thing?
Garuda?
Garuda holds Naga in his hand when he flies with Narayana on his back.
Narayana on his back.
What is
Naga, different, see, yeah, no, I'm saying different position of the body. Actually, these are all actually artistic representations of the principles. Artist has a view of representing certain things at certain parts of the body. The neck, okay, neck is one part, the stomach is one part, hand is another part, right? Hand represents the action. Subramanya is actually Shat Chakra, 6 chakras represent Subramanya. Subramanya is Deva Senadipati, right? He is the chieftain of the divine army. And Subramanya Shanmuga, six phases of Shanmuga represent 6 chakras: Muladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipura, Anahata, Ajna, Sahasrara, the divine being. So Kundalini is his instrument of action, Subramanya. The neck, actually, the neck is a Abharana. The neck is a place of Abharana. The Kundalini is the Abharana of Shiva. It's an ornament, awareness. Whereas the stomach, okay, stomach represents actually bliss, happiness. The Ganesha has a big stomach, not because he was overeating. Okay, the stomach in the artistic or this cultural tradition represents the bliss. Somebody's stomach full means he's blissful. So for that blissful stomach, the cause of the bliss has been the Kundalini. Okay, so actually the position where they hold represents, hand represents action, neck represents ornament, the stomach represents bliss. These are the positions.
The Garuda holding the snake.
Garuda, what holds the snake?
Holding the snake when he flies with the Narayana.
So actually Garuda, okay, Garuda is actually Mahatattva, the principle of the basic principle of universe. Garuda also represents the Garuda. The special character of Garuda is, even if it 5 kilometer high in the sky, it can see sharply an object. Vishnu comes in the Garuda Gamana Banda, Shesha Shayana Banda. Garuda Gamana means one who comes flying on the Garuda. What is this Garuda then? The intellect which has become very, very, very sharp by spiritual awakening. That is Garuda. Garuda Gamana Banda, that Narayana, Vishnu represents awareness, universal awareness. That's why Vishwam, Vishnu, Vashatkaro, Vishwam, he represents the universe. So that universe we can see only physical form, but we can't see the higher level of awareness there. So that comes in the form of Garuda. Garuda is the sharp intellect, which is able to see a very, very subtle object from a height, at distance. So that is representing Garuda. The serpent, I told you, represents the vasana, impressions. Okay, so very sharp buddhi. What it does, the impressions are the control of the intellect, which is actually, the intellect is the master of evolution. So intellect represents the higher principle of life, which is actually buddhi, which is awakened. It becomes one with the Mahatattva, and Garuda is that principle. And in that principle, the Sarpa is the impressions. Now you are no longer driven by the impression, but it's under control of that intellect.
And also the Samudra Manthana, the snake.
Samudra Manthana, there's a snake called Vasuki. Okay. The Samudra Manthana is actually, you heard of the Samudra Manthana story? Devatas and Asuras churn. And there's a Meru Parvata, Mandara Parvata. The Samudra Manthana, churning of the Milky Ocean, right? The Milky Ocean, the milk or symbology of milk in scriptures represents the mind which is purified. The mind which is calm, which is purified. Okay. The churning of the Milky Ocean, Devatas and Asuras represent the two thought processes, the positive and negative. They pulse duality of life. The Mandara Parvata represents our spinal cord. Okay. The Vasuki, the serpent, represents the Kundalini. So what happens is there is this actually a spiritual process, awakening process. In the awakening, gradually first there are a lot of impressions will come out. The negative impressions. They are called what poison is that? Hala poison. So the churning will create poison first, because our subconscious and unconscious impressions will start coming out. Okay, first you have to empty out. And the Shiva takes that hala and drinks. Shiva is representation for Adi Guru. Okay, there are Shiva has two representation for Shiva. First is Shiva is Adi Guru. He takes the poison. The Guru is the one who takes the poison out of you. Okay. Actually, a Guru will take out the impressions from you. There's Adi Guru, Shiva. And then some good things will come. Some heavenly objects, elephants. So what happens is, as the person spiritually progresses, he becomes more successful in life. Okay. Whatever he does, he becomes successful because mind is becoming more and more peaceful. And that success brings a lot of gifts to you. Maybe name, maybe fame, recognition. Okay. Devatas bring that. Devatas take that. Devatas means the positive qualities. They want to have that, enjoy that. Finally, Amrita comes. Amrita means deathlessness. Nectar. So that nectar, Asuras want to capture it. Asuras represent the ego and negative qualities. They want to capture it. So the Vishnu, the divine being, in the form of the lady, Mohini, he deceives those Asuras and gives to Devatas. Ultimately, your positive qualities will strengthen and immortality attained through the Samudra Manthana process. Samudra Manthana represents very simply the Kundalini awakening process. Why that story is because this is not only individual level, it is at universal level. It happens to not one person. It happens at the universal level. It's a general, it's a process, not at the individual. Individual level, it applies to you. Okay. Any questions? Can you go forward?
Snake one was really nice. We never knew all that symbolic things.
No, see, Puranas are symbolic representation of truth. Now what happens is that we take the truth to be symbol and symbol to be truth. That's our misery. We confuse the truth with symbol and symbol with the truth. That's called Maya.
Focus only on the
Huh?
focus only on the